Hi, I'm Stu Waring from Parvilla Cycles in Maryland. We're about coming into our second year of business. We are down in the Eastern Shore, Annapolis area, having a good time selling some pretty expensive bikes and some entry-level bikes. Most of our clients that come to us are coming in for fittings and work into custom, but we also have a lot of entry-level bikes for the recreational and serious recreational riders. We've been around in the racing community. We sponsor race teams, we sponsor an elite triathlon team. Road and tri are probably our principal sports. Most of the time our clients are coming in to buy something. We don't get a lot of walk-ins. We get more of a destination store, so they're coming in here for a purpose, and we get to spend as much time as each person needs. So initially, when we opened our store, we focused with Giant, and we brought in Orbea. Those were our two bread and butter lines. Giant's got a great diversity of kids bikes all the way up to mountain bikes and triathlon bikes, and obviously high-end road bikes. Orbea was something that was unique. It wasn't very well carried in the area, so it was something that we were looking for that was not what was being offered in all the other stores. And then we added in Guru, which was a custom line, and it was made it available for us to be able to get their dynamic fit unit. So the DFU was our first piece of hardware that we got. We've had it for a little over 18 months. Like I said, we've done probably over 500 or 600 fittings on it already. It's running all the time, every day. It's a fantastic tool. It's electronically controlled. I can move it by the millimeter. I can move it by 50 millimeters. It's so smooth that the client hardly even understands or realizes that he's being moved. Fantastic piece of hardware. Weighs a lot. Doesn't go very fast down the road. It was on a stable base when we first started. When we picked up Retul about 3 months after we got our DFU, it had to go on something that turned because it's so important to be able to do left and right side. So initially it was in one position. Our monitors were specifically placed so that the rider could see what we were doing and not so much what we wanted to show them. So they always see what I see. I don't have any secret room or backs monitor that is showing something different. They see what I see, and we work together through the fitting. Top screen is Guru. It runs the machine. Middle screen is Retul, and the bottom screen is SpinScan. As we developed our program and realized left and right was very important, we moved and added 2 more monitors, so when the machine spins and the rider faces to the left side exposed, we duplicated the exact same thing so that they're not feeling left out. So again, Retul is on the top screen and SpinScan's on the bottom, and they're harmonious. So it allows us to go back and forth spinning with the wireless system that the Vantage system now has. So Ivan's chewed me out a little bit for having all this crap in the background. So we'll change that. So Chrissy is an elite level Ironman triathlete, competes in Kona every year. Her fitting when she came in was on a Candel slice with 650s. We wanted to get rid of the 650s, bring her back up to 700s, which was going to require a custom fit because Chrissy's 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. And the original position had her a little bit too far back, had her hips closed, and bad placement of her hands on the elbow pads. We set up the DFU based on our original 650 bike, and this is the existing position. We had her on a different style saddle, which we've already changed out to something a little better, a little bit more comfortable for her, and she had a slightly different handlebar. So we've already made these upgrades and changes, so it's not exactly default position where we would have normally started when we first worked with her. The position currently now has her back up too high. She's catching a little bit too much wind. Her neck will be comfortable, but she's suffering aerodynamically. And being at a high level athlete that she is, she can learn to suffer a little bit more than the average person, so we are going to make her a little bit more aggressive. And we are set up with 2 wireless harnesses so that she will be able to have full dynamic from left to right without moving in her position. The extension was in the 40s, too high, hip angle closed, not bad, but can be improved. But we've already moved her to from 170 cranks to 165s. Back angle's way too high for an Ironman level triathlete. So we're going to move her down. So here comes the move. But don't stop pedaling. Someday this will be automated. Completely dynamic on the left. She hasn't changed the position. She hasn't stopped pedaling, and we'll get full dynamic from one side to the other. We can spin back and forth as much as we want because we can just flip the 2 wireless harnesses that we use on and off, and she never stops. And then before I have an idea of what her right side looks like, we can save this and quickly spin back. Got it. Save it, and now we go quickly back to the right without her moving, and we get full dynamic on both sides. And we're right there, and within 30 seconds, we're getting an exact shot left to right. And the best part is that Chrissy gets to be a part of it. I get to explain to her what's going on. She's seeing what's going on directly in front of her. Position the TVs at such an angle that her neck's not going to be irritated. They're looking down rather than looking up at the TV. The top TV they don't really have to worry about, the monitor. The bottom one is spin scan. We all know what spin scan can do. And we use it a little bit to sort of balance out leg length. I use it a lot to show what a toe drop will do or a heel drop will do. If they're coming in and they've got an unusual pedal stroke, we can work on that. I do single leg drills on it so that they can see how the power is actually being generated on one leg. A lot of people think that it's all they can actually generate power on the backstroke. It's very, very difficult. You do it for a very short amount of time until they actually see it in front of them. And the colors are fun too. So it's very interactive. Makes them feel part of the process versus having a monitor that they're not seeing, or they don't understand what the numbers mean. They can see it, they can see the changes live action right in front of them, and it doesn't matter if they're facing left or right, they get to see all the progression. We sell bikes and we do a lot of custom work. We carry Guru, Alchemy, and Parvilla in custom fittings. And Chrissy was all about wanting to have something fast and aero, and our best bike that we could offer her would be the Guru CR901. And total custom, you can see it is tiny, but it's got 700 series wheels. So they did what we asked them to do, and it came out pretty spectacular. She was able to pick the colors. Like I said, totally custom, and it's one of the only aero frames I know out there that is as smooth as possible that would actually be able to fit her. So, and the biggest thing totally is the 165 cranks, the bike fitting absolutely perfectly, and it being aero and go fast.
Thank you!
Watch Ivan on this one. He's going to be watching this carefully.
This isn't even going in the video. I'm just shooting this for Ivan.
Yeah, I know. Ivan's like, I knew he was doing it wrong.